This video is brought to you by the Wonderful 101, exclusively on Wii U.
Hey guys, Eric and Jim here. Talk a little bit about our reaction to the surprising news this morning that AMC is developing a Walking Dead spin-off series. Well, they call it a companion series.
Yeah.
Let's call it a spin-off. That's going to launch in 2015. Jim, what do you think about this news?
I think, look, AMC is losing Breaking Bad.
Yep.
They're losing Mad Men, I think, in another year.
Yeah.
What else? What other card do they have to play? They just announced Better Call Saul, so they're going the spin-off. I'm sorry, companion route. I think it's interesting. It's certainly a large enough world you could follow lots of different characters. But do we want to? I mean, the first series, the main show, is already and I've watched it from the beginning, is already hit and miss.
Yeah.
Like, so what can you do? There's whole new, characters you can create now to hate.
Right.
And new people to fire behind the scenes. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Walking Dead is going into its 4th season and its 3rd showrunner, which is not good news. Of course, the show is a monster, no pun intended, monster hit. Huge hit, beats the network shows a lot. So you can see from the business perspective why it's like, hey, let's franchise this sucker.
Right.
But yeah, I am a fan of the show, but of course I see its huge ups and downs, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And there's so much work to be done just to get everything still, on the right path with the TV show, to stop having characters that would drive us crazy. That it is hard to be just completely excited about a spinoff, especially when we don't even know who it's going to focus on.
Yeah, I mean, Better Call Saul is a different deal.
Yeah.
He's, and we have an idea of kind of tonally where they could go with that. How much darker could a spinoff of Walking Dead get from the original show? I mean, the world as we know it is already gone. People have already done the most horrible things to each other.
Right.
What more? It just seems kind of sadomasochistic at this point to want to watch even more of that. It's not like CSI where there's a new crime of the week, or will it be? I don't know.
Yeah, because that's actually another concern I have, is that, Walking Dead is purposely designed as an open-ended story.
Yeah.
Sometimes that frustrates viewers of the show more than the comic book readers, is there's not really a quest, because there's not really we will find the cure, we need to find these pieces of the cure. It's just survival. It's just people surviving, which is interesting, but can it sustain 2 shows worth is the question.
Well, then and another question then is, well, what would be an approach? What kind of things could they do in a spinoff? Are we going to find that there is some semblance of civilization left somewhere that has a far greater advantage than the folks in Georgia have at this point? I mean, what kind of groups of people do you think this show could follow?
I don't know about groups of people as much as what you were just saying, though, is really where I'm hoping, which is I hope it's set somewhere completely different, maybe even a different country, but certainly a very different part of the world. Don't shoot it in Atlanta either, so it won't look the same visually. Just have it be a completely other place, so we will get a very different vibe, whether that's,
Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver. Well, at least if it was Vancouver, though, you could probably have more sort of maybe some snow scenes and just something that will make
mountain zombies.
Although I guess they could have done that on the main show, but they chose to skip it. So, but something that will visually stand out. Do you maybe want to try to set it all in a very urban environment? Do you want to try to be
ski lodge zombies?
Ski lodge zombies. I'm
telling you, people think about that.
So I think that's one of the first things they need to do to set it aside visually, is just have a very, very different setting.
And also, we've kind of had the whole microcosm of society thing going on with the different types of characters that have been, between cops to a doctor to, the idea of religious faith being, I mean, what really, unless you're going to follow a group of, I guess military or scientists or all the exact kinds of tropes and archetypal characters that this show purposely avoided.
Right. I mean, you could try, whether it be a military group or a bunch of school teachers, you could try to do maybe a group that knew each other much more, instead of being disparate people coming together.
Or is it a family? Is it like a Swiss Family Robinson kind of thing where it's just one family stuck out there in the middle of nowhere?
Right. I mean, do they want to treat it like American Horror Story and maybe it can change a little bit season
That
to
would be
season?
interesting.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
One question a lot of people have been having, though, is, the Telltale video game. It's a very popular game. A lot of people think it's better than the TV show. Could those characters be involved? And we don't know. The game was sort of matched with the show as far as a little bit of character crossover. Again, if they were to use any characters from the game, which I'd be totally open to, I wish they would just put them somewhere else again, so it doesn't look like more of Georgia, being on the show. That's our big hope for it. But yeah, this is a 2015, so we don't know a lot at this point.
And they're absolutely sure that there's not going to be any sort of comic book characters that could pop up. It's going to be a whole new thing.
Again, we only have the couple quotes to go from, but it sounds like it's going to be completely new characters. Like Kirkman's quote was about how excited he was to explore brand new characters, a brand new corner of this world, I think he said.
Yeah.
So again, I do wonder, might we meet someone on the core TV show, to then venture
Maybe it's
off?
the governor. Maybe that's some sort of spinoff where other people that he's met and affected,
Surround him with new people, yeah. So it could be anyone, except for that's probably not for other actor reasons.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Anyway, let us know what you think. Are you excited about the idea of a Walking Dead spinoff? If you are, what would you like to see in it? We'll be covering a lot more of this show as it develops. Thanks a lot, guys.